I think there is a lot of opportunity when we talk about overall energy transition as a domain, and especially in the global south region. And especially looking at the philanthropic angle, I think the kind of capital they come up with that has a huge impact in the entire energy transition domain. But I think given that quantum is very small as compared to the entire capital that we are looking at, it needs to be used a bit more strategically, a bit more inclusively, and a bit more driven locally is what I feel. There are few avenues where I feel philanthropic money could do a bigger impact, and especially, given the kind of grant capital that philanthropists provide, looking at something probably which is very early stage, something where more risk opportunity is there, because commercial capital generally won't go into such domains. So for example, we are working on some of the technology around second life batteries, some mini grid related work, some next generation solar technology, how it could look like. These are some of the sector which I feel philanthropic money could make a bigger impact, and then in turn could unlock a lot of commercial and private sector capital. So that's probably one area. Another one would be like, it probably not as lucrative as the other opportunities would look like. So something still which is very essential, I think, doing a bit of background work in terms of making sure that enabling ecosystem is kind of created. So that's where I think philanthropy could play a big role, and that could look varied for different countries, different region. It could come from and doing some sort of on-ground research, trying and understand or building capacity of local organization in a way. So that's definitely an avenue. And in addition to all of this, I think there is a very big role from an energy transition perspective for philanthropy to play to ensure that transition is happening in a just manner, so that all the communities who are gonna be impacted with this energy transition, there are a lot of jobs which are currently at the stake. So how do you ensure that it's done in an inclusive way where the livelihood of those individuals being impacted are also kind of taken care? So yeah, there are multiple avenues to look at, but I would say definitely something where risk is very high, and then there is a high impact opportunity as well. So I think you kind of pointed out a very peculiar challenge here. You are right in a way that Southeast Asia and Asia in general is kind of receiving a lot of climate finance in general. But I think we need to look level down in terms of where that money is coming from, who are the key stakeholders, what kind of instruments they are using, and what region and thematic area that money is going into. So if you look at a bit more closely, a lot of that money is coming from multilateral development, bilateral financial institution, and that kind of flows to national government, then to probably state governments, and then the money percolate down to the grassroots level. When you have such kind of a top-down approach, it's become very difficult to get that money to the grassroots level directly. And then there are like other trends as well. So for example, if you look at the South Asia, as Andra mentioned, there is gonna be a huge impact in terms of the climate change, what problem it's gonna create. So there need to be a lot of investment in the adaptation side as well. But if you look at the overall global climate finance landscape, a lot is still happening on the mitigation side. So those nuances still need to kind of come into the picture. And when you kind of look at the overall climate finance, that money is coming. I think people are not able to access that money given that there are so many complications in terms of accessing that finance. So I think one need to simplify the entire process. I have seen recently some of those grant proposals asking to write like 40 pages proposals for a local NGO working on ground to access 40,000 in capital. That's probably not the best use of the resources for both the parties. One who is writing and the one who is kind of evaluating as well. So this process needs to be simplified. And even if you are asking some of those entities or local rural organization to kind of apply and access those funding, you need to support them in terms of providing technical assistance. So for example, as a part of one of the program, UK funded program that I'm working on, Transforming Energy Access, we have this very nice initiative which I feel. So whenever there is this open calls comes up for grant application, we launch a side by technical assistance facility where people are kind of then supported to apply for those grants. So it's an support even before you receive a grant to get you aligned with the application. So there are multiple avenues we can look at it. but you really need to have those bottom up rather than top down, I feel. I mean, it's kind of a really good mix of skill set and the landscape that we got, like South Asia and the UK specifically. I mean, UK got a really good network of innovators. There are a lot of climate tech startups, there are a lot of universities, there are a lot of capital coming in from the government in terms of supporting all of those climate startups. And similarly, if you look at the South Asia as a region, that entrepreneurship spirit has been increasing. The finance, as you mentioned earlier, is kind of flowing in the right direction. And this is probably a region where it's gonna have biggest impact. So I mean, this is probably where that SDG 17 comes in partnership. So those two need to meet it somewhere in between. I feel, I mean, in terms of those particular opportunity, there are a lot which could happen around technology, finance, and people. I mean, when I'm talking about technology, it could probably look like some sort of joint pilots that UK and India, or UK, Africa, any other countries could probably look at, and there are a lot of such things already happening. So I'm working on one of such program called Energy Catalyst. It's funded by Innovate UK, and then essentially we are targeting the energy access as a broader domain where people from all across those global south are kind of collaborating with UK university, UK tech companies in order to promote those energy access model in there. Similarly, there is also a huge opportunity in terms of doing the broader knowledge transfer, technology transfer, if you have to say. I mean, there are a lot of such initiative already in place. There are a lot of UK and then international governments bilateral agreements in place where there are programs where both the governments are pulling in their resources, pulling in their funding for research, for in terms of piloting some of those innovative ideas on the ground. And in addition to like all of this, as I mentioned, it's probably also a broader opportunity to connect individually. So for example, we are having this climate talk here in London. It's probably an opportunity to network and then meet like-minded people, and that's how I think partnerships and collaborations opportunity come up. It's rarely the proposals or grant ideas that you go ahead with. It's just the individual connecting to each other, and that's how you make the collaboration go on.